Hi, my friends. Welcome. I hope you've been taking excellent care of yourself. My name is Allie, if you've never been here before. And today we're going to be asking Spirit and your spiritual team, what has shifted for you through this 11:11 portal that we just had? So I want to help you get clarification that either the things that you have been manifesting, calling in, cord cutting, the shifting reality that you have been envisioning, whether that work has come to pass or not, or maybe something else is shifting for you in this time period. But we're going to check in and see what's moving for you and how things are moving for you. What's shifted for you in this most recent portal that we have gone through. So let's go ahead. I feel called to do a little pick a card here. So we're going to shuffle the cards, and I feel guided to have 3 different groups. So we'll have pile 1, 2, and 3, just to help us get as personalized messages as we can. Please and thank you, Spirit. As always, the timestamps for whatever pile you pick will be in the description box and probably pinned in the comments also. So if you don't want to hang around once you pick your pile, you may already know what your pile is before we draw a card for it. And that's amazing too. It's an excellent job working on your intuition. All right, Spirit. 3 cards. 1 for pile 1. Please and thank you. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you. Ooh, here's pile 1. We have Cow Spirit. I love this card so much. The miracles are endless. Ooh, we have Koi Fish for pile 2. And 1 for pile 3, please. 1. Thank you. All right. And pile 3, looks like you got 2 cards, but I'm not going to look at that until you're reading, because that is specific for you, that little bonus card there. So piles 1, 2, and 3. For pile 1, we have Cow Spirit, number 15. For pile 2, we have Koi Fish Spirit, There Is Always Enough, with number 36. And number 3, we have Whale Spirit, Trust the Great Mystery, with number 65. So hopefully between the numbers and the animals on these cards, you'll be able to use your intuition to pick out which pile or piles, could be 1, could be 3, resonate with you. And yeah, I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. This is for you if you picked pile 1 with Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless. So we're looking at what has shifted for you on this 11:11 portal. What manifestations or intentions that you set during this portal are able to come to pass, or maybe it's something different altogether. But we're going to ask Spirit what has or will be shifting for you in part to your intention set on the 11:11 portal. So please and thank you, Spirit. What is shifting? What will be shifting for pile 1? Thank you. From this 11:11 portal. Thank you. Thank you. What will be shifting for pile 1? Okay, so let's see what we have. We have 2 of Cups, if you can see this, at the bottom of the deck. All right. This one came out first. Now look at the colors here. This is really important. Significant. These deep pinks, purples, magentas, and reds. There is a Golden Girls episode. If you've been hanging out with me for a while, you'll know that I am a Golden Girls fan. And anyway, there's an episode where Blanche is down in the dumps. And she talks about how she's feeling magenta. And magenta is, she says she's feeling this way because it's hard to define it. It's hard to explain. It's not the prettiest color. It's not an ugly color. It's just kind of an inexplicable emotion that's difficult to navigate. She doesn't say it in so many words. But I felt compelled to bring that through with the Four of Cups, because I feel like although you have been manifesting like crazy for a long time, it's been very difficult for you to see any real shift happening in your outside world. Like you've been working really hard. You have been visualizing. You have been saying the affirmations, maybe listening to subliminals or frequencies. Neville Goddard is coming into my mind now. You know, you have been practicing all of the knowledge and information that you've gained. You have been putting it in practice, and I feel like the spark has been so small, if you have even seen anything really shift at all. I feel like you've seen things shift so subtly that it's enough to keep you going, but also not enough to make you like full blown, okay, this is, I can create. I am a creator. I co-create with spirit. I can shift my reality and existence. But then they're saying something has recently shifted inside you. I feel like you've let some things go that have really, that you had been carrying, that you didn't need to be carrying anymore. And this has spurred a new start in the material realm. You might be going back to school, or have been contemplating, a shift in your career, or you're expanding your education or your credentials so you can have something with more substance, more purpose, that also is a fresher start financially. But so I feel like part of what you've been manifesting is kind of the end of something, actually, of a release of something that has held you. You've recognized this for a while, that there was something that you could see kind of out in the distance, that this is not serving me. I think it could be holding me back. I really think it could be hindering me. But you've just been, but what's the point? Because, I haven't really seen any real, just these glimmers, just these little glimmers, these little sparks. You've seen it, but you haven't had like a big thing happen yet. What I feel that Spirit's bringing through here is that fire being initiated or relit within you. That spark. It's a brighter spark than one that you've seen before. It's a feeling of hope, of, hope amidst darkness, really. It's a very powerful energy, because part of you is not trying to manifest the thing, whatever that might look like for you, immediately. Like, I think maybe you've been visualizing the dream house, the dream job, the dream partner. You've been manifesting the dream, and that's all well and good, but it was almost like skipping like 9 rings on a ladder, and those were very important ones to help you get up the ladder, which would be releasing things that don't serve you, working on your faith stamina, if that makes sense. But what you had manifested during this portal was the secret ingredient, was the right sauce to get you moving, to get that momentum, that movement going. Like a magic wand, your brain finally had that click of, I'm going to manifest actually helping me release this thing that is holding me back. And maybe you did an entire cord cutting ceremony. I can feel if you did this, or even if you just fully surrendered whatever this is to your spiritual team, to Archangel Michael, to Creator itself, and said, please cut these cords, transmute this for me. I give it to you. I can't carry this anymore. I'm exhausted. I'm going to keep going because there is no other option but to keep going. But man, I'm exhausted. So I know I've been thinking about it forever. Take it. Just take it from me, please. That manifestation is the spark in your hands. And you did it through this very magical portal, this window. And I feel really called to mention that you can do this on any day, at any moment, at any time. But there's something about that collective consciousness of, it's an enchantment. It almost enchants the energy because so many people are putting energy into it. That's all that I think a portal really is this collective energy, you know? Sure, of course there could be more to it, but that's kind of where I personally lean, is this collective energy kind of enchanting, because we are magical beings that helps move energy, right? I think there's probably a whole lot more to it than my brain could possibly conceive. But I think personally, and it's coming through, so I'm just going to share it, there at the very base level, that magic that is created from a collective consciousness on these dates that we call portals. And so you used the right energy at the right time on the right thing. And that's what's creating this movement. I do feel, again, they're bringing me here to the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. So it was like this big log stuck in the wheel of keeping the big stuff from coming in. So what I feel is you have two aces here on top of each other. I just realized this Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands over here. The miracles are endless. Aces are miracles, are gifts from the universe. This not only mental clarity that's kind of got the wheel moving, you know, you're feeling more connected to spirit than you ever have, more connected to the divine, as well as the earthly material realm around you. But you also have this spark that's been, I keep hearing, been initiated within you, this divine spark of energy, of excitement, of light, to finally, you know, climb that divine ladder, receive more knowledge, and in turn receive more miracles, boundless miracles up ahead for you. So in part, a big part of this, what is shifting for you through this portal, any kind of manifestation you did, or cord cutting work, or surrendering that you did, worked. And it was the perfectly right thing to do. These sparks of light, you're going to start seeing them like fireflies, and they're going to grow bigger. And soon this light is going to just encapsulate you, and you're going to feel light and joy, even in the midst of dark times, darkness that may be around you. It's like it's not going to affect you in the same way anymore because of this connection you fostered with the divine and your material world. So they keep bringing me back to the heavens and to earth, to the divine and to, you know, physical, tangible, material stuff, so that it's like you've solidified that connection. And I can see, like, it's such an interesting thing they're giving me, like this golden thread, and like rings can easily slide up and down it. So you've created that movement from one world to the next. It's really beautiful what you've done. Yeah, this releasing was really important. And so they are confirming for you here that that is what shifted for you here. Now, I want to ask another question. I do feel like for some of you, there's some kind of divine connection, human to human connection, that is going to prosper and grow and is divinely guided. You will be divinely connected to help each other, so you won't feel like you're in this 9 of Wands. You know, you got to grind because there is no other way. And even when I'm alone and I got everything stacked against me, there's nothing else I can do but just go at it, even if I'm alone, even if I'm exhausted. It's like, no, that's shifting. So romantic or otherwise, it's, you know, these readings with the 2 of Cups, it's not always romantic. Sometimes you just need a best friend. Sometimes you just need someone that you know that you can count on through thick and thin. And maybe for others, that's a divine partnership in career, in creation, that you can rely on, depend on. So take it how it resonates for you. For some of you, you are and have been manifesting that divine romantic counterpart connection. This is a big part of what's coming in for you. And I feel like you've gotten intuitive nudges about this. Now, this feels very, very specific, but if you identify as an LGBTQ plus individual, I feel like it's even more like that aspect of connection is even more pronounced in this reading. But it, you know, take it as it resonates. Don't just click off and think, well, that's not me, so this isn't my reading. No, it's for, that is just to bolster for someone specific who needed to hear it. But I do think in the realm of finances and resources and material, there is an increase coming in that too, a new start, where I don't know if you're going to be meeting like someone who's, I say financial advisor, but I'm almost kind of getting the feeling that it's something they do for fun, which for me sounds crazy, but probably to them reading tarot cards is crazy, you know? So like someone who finds joy in that detail of handling resources, growing money and material things in that way. It could be, or like a backer for something that you're creating and you need those resources for. It feels like something like that. But these are divine gifts that are coming in because of this releasing work that you have done. Very, very amazing and important. And I'm so proud of you, because you had to do a lot of internal shadow work to even know that you needed to release the things that were holding you back. So good job. Good job to you. Yeah. I love this Queen of Wands. They keep bringing me back here because that's really where you're going to be in, you know, the next couple weeks to a month, maybe 2 months, but it's very imminent. It's very soon. And while you're waiting for that divine spark, if you're waiting for it, remember to keep doing the work you've been doing of going within, of managing and calming our body in healthy ways, regulating our body in healthy ways, regulating our spirit when we have anxiety creep up, or feelings of worthlessness or depression. Remember, those are old habits, old thought forms, old coping mechanisms, old ways of thought that don't resonate anymore. And a thought is just a thought, and a thought can be changed. You are not your brain, and you are not your thoughts. That just felt like an important reminder for someone. Okay, so I want to ask before we wrap up this reading, can we have an idea of, I almost knocked, I have a candle because I like to look into the fire when I channel. And I almost knocked the whole thing over in front of us. That wouldn't have been very good. So I just want to ask here, 2111 on the timer as I look at it. New beginnings. New beginnings are coming for you. And balanced connections. That's what I was going to ask. What can we specifically get? What good things are coming to you? What new things are coming to you because of this? And the Page of Pentacle cards moved, which is kind of where they've been drawing my eye every time it pops into my head about what's coming for you. So again, the resources, a new start in physical stability, but maybe also learning something new too in that realm. What is coming that is a positive manifestation, the result of all this? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. We have one ring circus, another number 15. So that is very significant for someone, number 15. And then number 26, deep freeze. This is so fascinating. Then at the bottom, we have wide open with number 42. So here's what I'll say that I'm kind of getting about this. I don't know if there was some toxic energies, some energy of people, or even an environment like an apartment or a house or something that just doesn't resonate for you anymore. Like I'm getting this vibe of somebody who's landlord is kind of a scummy landlord and not taking care of things, and it makes it really hard for you to feel balanced and at ease. I feel like that is shifting, where that toxicity or those toxic people or places, Spirit's going to be like plucking that from your life. Not that here's what's so weird they're kind of giving me. It had nothing to do with that you weren't worthy to be removed from these places, that you didn't belong, just like this girl on the elephant on a rock in the middle of the ocean, right? The 15, again, which is the devil card in tarot, about things that were holding you back, blocks. There were energetic blocks where Spirit, this is so weird. In a sense, they kind of had their hands tied to move that wheel because there was stuff that you just had to work through, and they can't do it for us. Just point blank. There's things they cannot do for us. So until you got to a place, it's really like I'm hearing the art of manifestation, until you got to the place where you could release and surrender so that your manifesting abilities could usher in the new, they kind of sort of had their hands tied. So now that deep freeze has lifted, they're able to do kind of these miraculous feats that you've been praying and manifesting, or that they've wanted to do for you. But we have to remember these laws and the boundaries that are created and why we are here on earth to begin with. You know, yes, we are magical beings living in a magical world, but we're also in a dense reality, and that's on purpose. So because you're moving through the lessons you needed to learn, you're moving that energy, you're setting the right intentions and cord cutting and removing toxicity from your life when you needed to, opens that, undoes the binds, opens that up, you release the chains, and then Spirit can really work their magic. So for some of you, for a lot of you, it's either with a person or a workplace or a living situation that you've needed to get away from. That is a big part of what is going to be moving for you in the days and weeks to come. It does feel very sudden, very quick. I'm hearing Spirit doesn't need long to work once you've done that kind of work. Interesting. Oh, please comment and let me know if you feel comfortable, or email me. I would love to know if this resonates for you. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, even if it's just a purple heart or an owl emoji to let me know that you got through this part of your reading, or a cow. Yeah. The miracles are endless, and it's because you opened that door by doing the work. So good job, pile number 1. I'm so proud of you. All right. Please take excellent care of yourself. If you feel called to book a personal reading with me, you can find that at theseaowl.com. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. This is for those of you that picked number 36 with Koi Fish Spirit. There is always enough. And we are asking, what has shifted for you through this 1111 portal? So go ahead and take a deep breath if you haven't already. Close your eyes. Set the intention to receive the messages you most need to hear. And let's see what comes through for you. Spirit, for group number 2, Koi Fish, what has shifted? What has shifted for them through this 1111 portal? Please and thank you, Spirit. What has shifted for this group, the Koi Fish Spirit, through this 1111 portal? Thank you, Spirit. What has shifted for this group, Koi Fish Spirit? Thank you. Through this 1111 portal. Thank you. What has shifted? Thank you. Okay, so at the bottom we have 8 of Swords. We have the Hermit, number 9. That's interesting. I wouldn't normally say number 9 when I read out the Hermit card, so maybe the number 9 is important to you or your reading. We have 8 of Cups, the Devil, Queen of Pentacles. All right, we have Knight of Wands, the Sun. Oh my, there's way more here than I thought there was. King of Wands. I don't know if you're going to be able to see all these, but all right. King of Pentacles right here in the center. And then, I don't know that you can see this, but we have 9 of Wands over here. So there's already a couple parallels with pile number 1 if you felt called to listen to that one too. What has shifted for you? Well, for one is you have walked away from toxicity, people, places, and things that haven't served you. And this is a process that's different from pile 1 in that this has been an ongoing thing. You've been able to see the horizon and the sun coming up on the edge of this horizon for you. Even as painful as the steps you're taking still feel, you know that you are walking towards something better and more whole, more positive than what you have been living in. You have a lot of positive cards here with the King of Pentacles, the Sun, Knight of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. I mean, With the 10 of Wands, it's like you literally laid down your burden, and this was very hard because the things that were burdening you, you were also very attached to. So for a lot of you, this feels like community, or what you had known as community growing up. People could be parents, it could be grandparents, aunts and uncles, siblings, friends that you've had for 25 years, and suddenly their views and their morals don't resonate with you anymore. You have been working for like 18 months to 2 years or more on really figuring out who you are and what matters to you. You've done that introspective work. And for many of you, the last few months especially, you have found your light and have walked towards it, and in doing so, you have been a lighthouse for other people. And you may have had people say to you, like, I appreciate the things that you say. I admire the way you show up in the world. You are inspiring to me. And that might feel kind of foreign, and you're like, who, me? But no, it is you, because of the things you've released, the patterns, the thought forms, the feelings of unworthiness, of not having enough. There is always enough. Of feeling like if I leave these people, these things, this place, that there's not going to be anything left. There's nowhere else to go. Who can I lean on and rely on? What Spirit's bringing in for you from this shift that's occurring through this 11:11 portal that we've experienced is true, stable, foundational, and inspiring, passionate, creative, the whole package, a community that speaks to your heart, that makes your heart sing, that you feel connected to them as you do the divine. You're going to feel like the divine literally placed them in your life because they did. That's the beautiful thing, because they did. And I keep getting this overwhelming feeling of how painful this has been to release these people. For somebody out there, it could even be your own children, and I can't even fathom that. I can't fathom how painful being in that place must have been. But know that not only are you a figure of nurturing, stability, of having the answers, of being a wise individual, somebody people want to listen to and look up to, but you also are very creative, very fiery and passionate about the people that you love and the things that inspire you. And one of those things that inspires you is simply your connection to the divine and all there is. I get this almost holy vibe from you, which is, when I say that, I just mean it kind of feels like you have been to the depths and back again more than once in your life. And this has created this very introspective, open, and deep connection with the divine that's not something you see every day. And people can see your connection to the divine in how you live your life every day, and how you show up online, and how you walk into the grocery store. People, you're like a floff. You're like a moth to a flame, and that people can see your light and they want to interact with you. Or maybe you can see people staring at you a little too long, and you can sense they might be thinking of a way to talk to me, to interact with me, or maybe they just do, because they can see that light in you. They're attracted to that. It's not every day you see someone who carries that kind of divine light in them wherever they go and whatever they do. And maybe you have become more outspoken in your beliefs and your connection to the divine. Maybe you share that more openly, more freely, and that is perfect, because it helps light the way for people to find you, and then in turn find the divine. And isn't that what it's all about? To have that connection with the divine, and then open that connection of divinity within oneself, to know thyself and their connection to all that is and all that ever will be. Isn't that what this is all about? And find their way back home. So because of this shift, I feel like through this 1111 portal, you really were forced to kind of let those final stragglers go. Energetically, at the very least. You had to let them go. And I could feel the pain and the tears and the heartache, but also a feeling of there being no question anymore what the right thing to do was. And I'm being reminded of a quote that hung in my 5th grade classroom, and I wrote about this recently on my personal social media, but the quote was, "What is popular is not always right, and what is right is not always popular." And I feel like you had to fully embody that in the last few weeks, but also through this 1111 portal. And in doing so, it really energetically, at the very least, cut those cords once and for all, so that you can finish this journey that... not finish your journey, but this part of the journey that you've been on, to finally kind of walk out into the sun, into joy, enlightenment, fulfillment. And that also opens the door for these divine connections to have room to come in, because you're ready for them now. You had to let things go in order for there to be room and for you to be energetically in the right place for these people and opportunities, I'm hearing, to come in. Now the koi fish, oh, isn't this amazing? I said number 9 on the Hermit, number 36 reduces 2 and 9. So 9, you have 9 of wands over here at the edge here. That is you're completing a cycle. So that is kind of the answer here. Roundabout answer of what's shifting for you is finally completing this cycle of releasing the toxicity that was holding you back. So partnerships and stability, partnerships equal to the energy that you exude and give out. So while I think you may have been surrounded by a lot of wonderful people, and that's not to say all of them, but I think overall you've been surrounded by a lot of wonderful people, some of them on a spiritual journey the same as you, a lot of people with good hearts. They maybe just weren't exactly in the same place in life as you, so those connections could only really go so far. This is taking it to a whole nother level, a level you've never seen before is what I'm hearing. So I want to get, and I feel guided to use the Crow Oracle for you. If we can get some more information about specifically what positive, well, we already got that with the relationships coming in, but are there any other positive big shifts coming your way? Thank you. Look at this. We have insight. Positive big shifts coming the way for pile number 2. We have gifts. Thank you, Spirit. Number 21. Yeah, 21 being the World card, completing that cycle so these gifts can come in. That's funny. I feel guided to get one more. We have one more, please, and thank you, Spirit. Positive shifts that are coming in because of this 1111 portal for pile 2. Positive. Thank you. We got more than one. Well, at the bottom, I don't think we can get anything better than this. We have abundance with number 1. Yeah, I don't think we can get anything better than that. And so we have, you know, we have play, we have anomaly, we have trickery, we have release and survival. More play, less fretting, worrying, surviving. Just like that 10 of Wands, releasing that. Yeah. Releasing that toxicity. But the gifts that are coming in, less surviving and more playing. I think you actually are going to look back at this time of your life and the shifts that are about to occur and think that is I was exactly where I was supposed to be, doing the work I was supposed to be doing at the time I was supposed to be doing it. I can't imagine life looking any other way than it does right now, and you already know that you're divinely guided. You already know that. But these gifts that are coming in, do feel, we have abundance here, and then we have gifts. Not only are you going to be getting downloads of spiritual divine insight and clarity and a clear knowing, even on a psychic level, knowing when something's about to happen, it's more than just somebody might call me today. It's clearer than that. It's actually kind of crazy, the energy they're giving me, like I don't know, real psychic energy. But you're going to have clear divine insights, guidance, knowledge, knowing. But you're also going to be having an influx of resources coming your way. And this feels material, physical, like money. I don't know if it's an inheritance or something when you need it the most is what it feels. Something that is, you deserve it is the thing. It's not like, oh, I just won the lottery. No, it's like something's coming in that is made for you because you deserve it. And Spirit's kind of like being real hard-nosed about it. Like, don't you look this away. What is coming in for you is something that you deserve. You deserve it. So maybe part of what you've been working through here also is releasing those survival instincts but that's for other people and not for me. But I don't need that much. But I don't know if this will work out for me. No, not anymore. Those things are in the past. We're only looking forward, and you are deserving of the gifts and abundance that's coming in for you. You're deserving of the playtime that's coming in for you. We have another 36. You could be 36 years old. That feels very significant for someone. And at the very least, that number 9 of ending a cycle, you're almost there. You're so close, it's silly. That's how it feels. You're so close that if you knew how close it was, you wouldn't be able to comprehend it. Because how this is going to come in as a surprise. I think you're already intuitively knowing it, and you're like, Spirit, if I'm this tuned in, how would it be a surprise? But trust, like whatever's coming in here is going to come out of the blue, surprise you. It's meant to be this way, and it's going to be soon. It's going to be soon. I don't really know how much farther I can go with this. This is a big shift. This is a big shift, what you have gone through, that has opened the doors for not only community, but resources, increase in your psychic powers, gifts beyond comprehension. The releasing of survival mode alone, I feel like, would be an enormous gift for you. But the fact that you're going to be able to spend time playing and creating and communicating with others, like in a playful way. It seems crazy for me to channel that things are going to feel so light for you when everything kind of feels so dark at this moment in time, but I'm not going to question what's coming through. So that feels pretty spectacular. I do, before we finish, feel guided to look up the symbolism of koi fish for you, because that has felt significant through your whole reading. So let me look this up really quick. I kind of want to read off all of the listed symbolism I can find for it real quick. So koi fish stands for perseverance. Isn't that what the 9 of Wands is all about? Strength and good fortune, love and friendship, wealth, peace, transformation. These are all of the things that koi fish represents, and this is what's coming in for you for this shift that you're experiencing through this 1111 portal. That is amazing. That is amazing. Please comment or email me if you feel so called to let me know how this reading resonates for you. Please like, share, and subscribe if you feel called, even if it's just a purple heart or an owl emoji. It is so meaningful to me and encourages me so much when I get to read your beautiful comments and just know that who I got to spend this time with is amazing to me. And if you feel called to book a personal reading with me, that's open, and my website is theseaowl.com. But more than anything, keep taking excellent care of yourself. You're doing an amazing job, and I'm so proud of you. All right, I will see you soon, Group 2. Bye. Hi, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. You are the group that got 2 cards, and I still haven't looked at what the second card that came out with yours is because I want to be surprised with you. So this is for you if you picked Group 3 with Whale Spirit number 65, which reduces to an 11. And I always equate 11, and we're doing this for the 1111 portal, which is, you know, very, I don't know what word I would use there. Very cool? I don't know. But we're doing this for the 1111 portal. What has shifted for you through this portal that you're going to see in your world here? Has your manifestation worked? Whatever it is you've been setting intentions for. And the number 11 always reminds me of spirit. It is our connection to spirit, at least for me personally. So we have Whale Spirit, trust the great mystery. And then we have number 9, Brown Bear Spirit, take a time out. Now, this is interesting because Group 2 was all about the number 9. So, you know, it's just, I'm just mentioning that in case somebody feels connected to Group 2 also. That may be a reading for you as well. Let's go ahead and see what is coming through for you. What has shifted, Spirit, for Group 3 through this 1111 portal? What has shifted for Group 3 through this 1111 portal, Spirit? Please and thank you. What has shifted for Group 3 through this 1111 portal? Go ahead and take a deep breath if you haven't already. Set the intention, thank you, to be open to the messages Spirit wants you to hear. Spirit, what has shifted for Group 3 through this 1111 portal? Thank you. What has shifted, thank you, for Group 3 through this 1111 portal? At the bottom we have Page of Pentacles, if you can see that. Make sure everything's in focus. We have Page of Pentacles at the bottom. So, yeah, we have 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands, the Chariot, and Knight of Wands. And we have 6 of Pentacles. Make sure you can see it. Ace of Cups, love to see that, and 10 of Pentacles. So there is a little bit of crossover for Group 2, so I'm just bringing that up again because it's coming through. All right, what has shifted for Group 3? Well, first of all, they're wanting to highlight, which has been, I'll be honest, has been kind of a similar theme through this reading, of all that you have worked so hard to release, because you need that movement and you need it to come in fast. It's like, it almost feels a little dire, if I'm being perfectly honest, like, Spirit, I'm doing whatever you need me to do. I'm laying it all down. I'm writing it all out. Take this from me. Fix this for me. I need you to help me in this situation. And this is almost like Spirit coming through like a mother to her child and saying, I know how scared you are right now, but I hear you and I've been with you the whole time. And everything that you're experiencing has been a growing moment. And I think you know this. And Spirit is offering you this cup of love to let you know you can have peace, because the movement you have been asking and manifesting is on the way. The movement that your heart so desperately desires to get out of your current circumstances, for that wheel to move and shift and change, for there to be balanced and reciprocal energy in your relationships, but also in your material world. That is coming. This heavy manifestation. I feel like some of you have really been doing like heavy, maybe spell work, manifestation work, setting intentions. And I feel like it's just been kind of a constant, candle rituals, or that's kind of what I'm seeing, is like candle magic, just over and over and over again. Please hear me. Please hear me. I've got to have something change now. And then Spirit is just coming through to say, we are with you. We hear you. We see the pain you've been in, but you've never been alone. All of these circumstances that you haven't been able to understand, and you have cried out and said, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why can't I shift my reality? If it's as simple as believing, I believe. And Spirit is saying, all of this has been a work in progress to get you where you want to and need to be. But through this has also been a lesson in trusting the great mystery and trusting Spirit. So what they're wanting you to do right now is, first, they're highlighting they hear you. You have been heard. Things will move for you. You're going to have your happiness, your 10 of Pentacles. You're going to have your unconditional love. You're going to have balanced resources and connections. But right now, we need you to take a time out from putting so much, it's like a desperation energy. And I can only imagine you want them to hear you. You need there to be balance and justice in your life. But it's like Spirit's asking for you in this moment to take a time out from all of the manifesting and all of the work you've been doing, and allow yourself time to breathe, time to rest, to lay down the heavy bags that you carry around with you all the time, to allow yourself to experience some kind of moment of play, of joy. And I hear some of you are in such dire circumstances that it seems unfathomable for you to be able to sit down and color a picture. But that's actually exactly what they need you to be doing right now, because your energy is so pent up, so tight, so laser focused that it's almost twisting the scales a little bit. It's skewing things. It's not leaving room for Spirit to maneuver, to move, and to help mold like clay. Okay, so it's almost what they're giving me is somebody trying to, like, Spirit is the person, and they're trying to create something with clay, and this little toddler keeps coming and just slapping it down, or slapping it off the spinny wheel thing, It's like, just trust me. I can make you something to drink out of. I can give you this unlimited well of unconditional love and abundance if you just take a time out and let me work. And they're saying this with so much love. Please know that. You need to hear that you have been heard. You need to hear that Spirit is working on this for you. That you need to trust that Spirit is working everything out in the highest order for you. And I'm hearing some of you need to move house. And you've got to know that all of these things are working out perfectly in divine order. If you can breathe through that and trust that these things are happening, it's going to move more quickly, more smoothly, and it's going to be much easier on you. I have this immense amount of pressure in my temples and my forehead and my nose, almost like if I had just been sobbing and bawling my eyes out. And so if this is you, I want to extend so much love and just a heartfelt hug to you, because I've been there more times than I care to count, and I know how desperate that feeling is. But know that Spirit sees you, and they're working on your light body. They are working on your chakras. They want to do more, but your energy is so, it's like my grandparents used to say about me when I was little, and rambunctious and had lots of energy. They'd say that I was wound up tighter than an 8-day clock. And that's what's coming through here. Please know that everything that's coming through is not making light of your circumstances or how dire things feel. Not at all. It is simply to help you know that they see you, you are seen, and they love you like a child. They love you for where you are, and they understand it. But by you taking a time out of all this desperation, this constant manifestation work you're doing, it allows room in the universe for them to do their magic for you. And it's easier on you. I am a little worried about, and I'm not a doctor, so please see your doctor. And I know that's easier said than done for some people. Some people have medical trauma. I'm somebody who has medical trauma, so I'm not saying this willy-nilly. But does somebody have blood pressure issues or problems with their blood pressure? It's almost like for your health, they want you to work on regulating your nervous system, taking a time out, allowing yourself time to sit down and color with colored pencils while you listen to a reading on YouTube, or like healing frequencies, something to help calm and regulate your nervous system. And sometimes all you need to do is just sit in silence and ask out loud, spirit team, please send me comfort. Please send me comforting energy. Please help me to feel more at ease about this situation, because I can't calm down. Ask out loud. Ask your angels. They're with you. They see you. They're with you all the time. And that's why they're here in this reading, asking for you to allow yourself the time out. Spirit's giving you permission, but you need to give yourself permission and then actually do it. I keep seeing somebody coloring with colored pencils. So it could be like a childhood, simple, easy activity. Maybe it's paint by numbers. There's also this other thing that I've seen where it's like these little rhinestones, and it's kind of like a paint by numbers, but with rhinestones. So it's like a puzzle, and you're creating something like that, where you're like, that's not something I would do. Try it. Something to shift your thoughts, shift your brain, allow yourself to take a deep breath, because you have the love from Spirit. They are working in your favor for you. You have to trust that. You have to trust in the great divine plan of what you're experiencing. And I'm just telling you, from one human being to another, I have been here many times where you are feeling right now, lost and in despair, and not feeling like I could pull my hair out, and not knowing what tomorrow was going to look like and why I was going through what I was going through. So I promise you, I'm not diminishing your very real feelings in any way, but I just want you to know that Spirit loves you and sees you and is working for you and with you for your highest good. You've just got to breathe. You got to allow yourself some room to breathe here. Okay, let's get a final message here for you. And I want to see what specifically is up ahead for pile 3. What is up ahead for pile 3? Can we give them an idea that might make it a little easier for them to take a time out? Give them a little clarity. What is up ahead for pile 3, Spirit? I just feel like I need to reiterate again, your manifestation and your pleas for help were heard through this 1111 portal. And now what needs to shift, and what should and will be shifting for you, is your mindset, your perspective, and your view on manifesting and what's going to happen to you moving forward, okay? Some of you have had to be really, really tough and strong, and you're stronger than you think that you are. You've had to navigate a lot of really painful energy, of feeling very alone. Okay, we have insight. The first two that came out here were 49 territory and 48 teamwork. Now these are very shuffled, so that's intentional. 48 and 49. Then we have ghosts, number 20. Waterproof, number 53. Spirit's going to be sending you somebody to help you. Whether this is a good friend, whether this is a new business partner or somebody that helps you start a new business or something you've been wanting to create for money. Mimicry. It's somebody, yeah, Spirit is sending you a new person, and this is why I feel it kind of connects in some ways to pile 2. Because that was coming out in the beginning, wasn't it? That I feel like there's somebody who is aware of you already, that maybe you're already kind of friends with, that you're going to become better friends with, who's going to team up with you. You guys are going to work on something together. I think you have similar paths. In fact, Spirit's giving me your birth charts and how they're very similar paths. You both think kind of along the same lines. You have the same ideas. You have the same ghosts and things that you've had to navigate, people, places, and things, painful situations. You've had very similar backgrounds, lives, and you've both had to remain very strong and almost kind of bend yourself to fit in with society and fit in with other people, but you won't have to do it with this person. And they are going to be just like this hawk isn't a crow. You're both kind of hawks in a world of crows, right? And there's nothing wrong with either, but where you're kind of like birds of a feather in a sense. You've been through many similar painful things in life. You've been in a very similar area, and they may actually be in a position to help you more than you can help them in certain ways right now, but that will always be in flux in a very positive and beneficial way. The reason that Spirit's bringing this person in is because of the loneliness in what you've been navigating, the way that how difficult it's been. But they keep highlighting how strong you are, even when you felt like you were soaked to the bone in pain. You have a special barrier around you that you aren't even fully aware of protection, of divine protection, that keeps that from fully permeating your spirit and just completely snuffing out your light. And I don't even know how aware of that you have been, but this person is very similar to you in that way. You have a shared direction in life, shared ideas, maybe knowledge in different things, but it benefits each other. It's a symbiotic relationship, but it is one that you both really need, that's going to bring you so much joy and happiness and fulfillment. Someone who will love you unconditionally, even if it's just a friend. Well, I feel like no matter who this person is, they're going to be your friend on a base level. So this is a really beautiful union that Spirit has divinely connected, and you're both in the right place in life for this connection to grow and to foster that. You both need each other right now. And so this is going to be really beautiful. It's really going to put an end to any kind of loneliness that you have experienced and feeling like nobody gets you, nobody's been through what I've been through, nobody knows what it's like. And you're going to be able to almost commiserate with this person because they get it. They've been there. Your lives are so eerily parallel is kind of what they're giving me. And if and when you meet this person, I would suggest you guys have your birth charts done together and see what it says, because that's what they're almost showing me just right in front of my eyes. It's really cool. Maybe you have shared interests in astrology or spirituality. I bet you probably do, just with the energy that's coming through. So it's going to feel like a divine connection that helps you in more ways than one. Yes. All right. I feel called to leave it here. So if this reading resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment and let me know if it resonated with you. Even if you just leave a purple heart or an owl emoji, that speaks volumes to me and helps the algorithm immensely. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can find that information at my website at theseaowl.com. And more than anything, group 3, please take excellent care of yourself. You have really gone through it. I can feel your heart. I know you're tired, but know that you are wrapped in so much protection and love from your spiritual team and from our Creator. And I am sending you so much love, okay? So please take excellent care of yourself, and I will see you soon. Bye.